All right, what it do, familia? What it do, familia? It's your boy Taxi PNG. We're back at it again. We get another one. Today we're vlogging on the, well, I don't want to say vlogging, but today we're filming on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and I wanted to show you guys a few things. So I'm currently setting up a setup right now for Christmas, and I wanted to just, I guess, show you guys the lighting setup that I'm going to be using for this Christmas season. A lighting setup that's kind of been helping everything become very easy for me, and just kind of like streamline everything so that I could just plug and play and just shoot. This is a one light setup. There is ambient light up there. If you guys see, there is a newer light in NEWER, just one light up there. But the ambient light setup, it's not dark here in the studio, but I'm going to be using a umbrella. The usual umbrella that I use is this one right here. Hold on. But this umbrella is 6 feet. So this is a really, really big umbrella, right? So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do that. I'm going to press tracking on here on DJI Osmo Pocket 3, just like so. I'm going to attach this to my shirt, which I really hate that I be doing because forget it. It is what it is. But yeah, so the one that I usually use is this one right here. The idea essentially is I open this up just like so, and I usually have it up tall like this, angled a little bit at the client. So instead of having it flat just like this, what I'll do is I will angle it towards the client, right? So for example, if you guys see that this is where we're gonna be shooting at, I will angle it towards the client like this so that way it hits the client, right? And a bigger umbrella is a lot better because you can cover a lot more space with that whatever kind of light you have. The light that I have is a AD400 right here, but before I got the AD400, I was using an AD200 with this exact same setup. I had this modifier before I got the AD400, so I was using this umbrella for certain types of shoots before I had that. Also, one thing I can say to note is this is a white lined umbrella, you guys. This right here is a white lined umbrella. So when it comes to, I'm gonna do a video on it, but when it comes to white lined umbrella versus a silver lined umbrella, the silver lined umbrella is gonna get a lot more of those pores for your more melanated clientele, right? So a white one, it's gonna be a lot more softer for the lighting. Those are like branding, editorial-esque, I guess you can say. And then for these is like a lot more, if you want more of the pores or you're doing more of a close-up type shoot or headshot vibe like that, I feel like that is kind of what I would use it for, more so melanated to really get those pores in. But you can really use it for whatever you want. I'm not telling you there's a rule where you have to use white or you have to use silver. Silver does amplify the power of your flash. So if you're using a silver, like this one right here, it will amplify your flash because it works as a reflective surface. So if you know that the reflector that we use, that we pop out and lay on the ground, it reflects that light. This will do exactly the same thing, just inside of an umbrella form factor, right? So this is a smaller one. This is the 41-inch one. Sorry, you guys. So this is the 3-foot one. That is the 6-foot one, right? So this 3-foot will allow me to do the exact same thing I was doing before, but I can put this a lot more higher up in the sky and stuff like that. Because being that the type of studio space that I have is like a garage type space, so there's a garage door within the studio. So with there being a garage door in the studio, there's this little thing right here that gets in the way of me being able to put my umbrella as high as I want, which is why I didn't use the umbrella for as long as I did. I had stopped using it for a while because it was getting in the way. So instead of using the umbrella, I started using this modifier right here because it allowed me to tuck it in the back and still get kind of the same thing I was getting from the umbrella, but this is a deeper softbox, as you guys can see. So the thing that I can say about that too is, being that I changed around the studio space to create a set for this year, I'm gonna be shooting this direction. So being that I'm shooting this direction, it's okay now for me to use the softbox because I have all this room. I mean, to use the umbrella because I have all this room up top to be able to use it. So I'm gonna show you guys some pictures that I've shot with the umbrellas so you guys can see the type of images that kind of come out of it. This is a one light setup, right? So I'm gonna set the umbrella up first, and then after I set the umbrella up, I'll show you guys how I set the reflector up and stuff like that, and we'll just go from there, and I'll show you guys how the shots came out. So literally the umbrella goes inside of here. If you guys have a modifier, you guys know that inside of your flash, there's like a little hole. I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer so y'all can see. There's a little hole inside of the actual thing. So you guys see, there's like a little hole right here where you can put it right inside of there, right? So within this little hole, right here, you unscrew this, make it looser, so that way you can put your umbrella through here. And you want to take your umbrella and go right through here, just like so. Make sure it's pushed all the way out, open fully, and push it right through there. Friction, so it's going to be a little bit hard to get through at first because it's all friction based, but it'll slide right through just like that. And depending on how far you want it away from your flash is going to be up to you, depending on how much leeway you have. Okay, so I push it all the way till it touches about my so it touches right on the boom arm. Sorry, you guys, and I will go tighten it just like so. I don't go too crazy. I just go a little bit because I don't want to dent this too much. And then now you can move this however as you please, right? So what I like to do is I like to put my boom arm all the way out and have it angled at my subject. So when I do this, it helps me out a lot because it allows me to have that extra leeway space, and I go over the big leg on my C-stand so that way it doesn't fall, right? So I have this big leg stretched out, right, to the direction that the light is gonna be going, just like so. I'm going to loosen it. You also wanna make sure that your C-stand is on the right side, because if you don't have your C-stand on the right side, if you don't have your boom arm on the right side, it's going to get looser, right? So I'm gonna show you guys which side is that right side. I'm gonna show you an example of wrong side versus an example of the right side. So I'm gonna show you guys right now. So I'm gonna put this out all the way, scroll it all the way out like that, just like so, and put all the weight out, right? I'm gonna show y'all. This is not the direction that you wanna put your umbrella yet. I just wanna show you guys an example. So you guys see how this, I'm tightening it, but as it drops, it's getting looser and looser and looser and looser and looser and looser and looser. Because I have it on the wrong side, right? Let's wait, hold on. Did I put it on the right side or wrong side? I think this is the wrong side. All right, so then when I release it, if I were to have it, I'm gonna hold on, y'all. I got y'all. You guys see how this scroll arm right here? I need to bring y'all closer, right? Hold on, I'll help y'all out real quick. Bring y'all closer so y'all can get some game real quick. So you guys see how this scroll arm right here is on this right side? When I tighten it as tight as possible, this is what will tell you if it's on the right side or the wrong side. If you push it and it doesn't go anywhere, this is the right side. So I look at it like how if I'm throwing out fishing rod and I'm rolling with that left hand, is what I'm thinking. Ooh, I'm rolling with that left hand. This needs to be on his left side. Ooh, rolling with that left hand. Versus if I had it flipped around, let me show you guys. It flipped, hold on. Oh, so I can flip everything around. So if I have it flipped around and I have it on this right side, and let's say I tighten it, I'm gonna tighten it as hard as possible. When I go to push against it, it gets loose, right? Because I have my rod on the left side. It's gonna get looser now because my rod is on this left side. Ah, your rod's on the left side, it's getting looser, right? You wanna always have this rod or the boom arm on the right side and the reel of your fishing rod on the left side, because that will allow you to not kill your client, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and switch this all back around. I'm gonna loosen it. I'm gonna put it back on the side that's the right side, so that way it doesn't kill my client. I'm gonna pull this out as far as I need it to be, turn it the direction that I want it to be. I'm gonna tighten it. I'm gonna tighten this. So as it continues to go down, it will get tighter and tighter and tighter. As the weight pushes against it, it will get tighter and tighter and tighter. And I have right here, I have my sandbag on the big leg too, so it also will be pushing against that. So that way none of the weight, right, will be pushing against my, light for my subject. So I'm gonna back this up a little bit more so that way everything's in the right spot. Tighten this back. I was just loosening that to show you guys. And then, as you guys can see, I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this and get this at the right angle that I want. I'm gonna angle it more so down at my subject, just like so. Bring it over more, just like so. And I feel like this is gonna be a good shot right here. It's gonna be nice. They can walk right up under here. They can come, they can sit. And now, boom, right? Great flash, amazing. The only problem now that I'm gonna be worrying about is, oh my gosh, there's light coming from up top, but what about light coming from down below? There's no light coming from down below, right? So now is when you add the reflector in, okay? Also, this is a raw, this one I'm using is raw right now, but you can put the diffuser on it if you feel that there's like there's too much light spill. Being that this is silver, it's gonna be a lot of light spill, right? So what you want to do is you can take this piece of diffusion that comes with it, right? Excuse me. And you can put this piece of diffusion over it as well. You will put this on there before you put the actual flash on, but I'm just showing you guys like this for the sake of the tutorial. But this is not how you would do it. But you would put it like this essentially, right? I'm gonna put it on the right way so that way y'all don't do it wrong. I don't want to show y'all how to do it the wrong way and then y'all do it and y'all be like, oh, well, Taxi said, no, I didn't. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. So what I usually do is I close it, just like so. I put it all the way in, put my hand through the part where the light goes. I grab the same pole that I was grabbing before, get everything else around it, and then I start opening it while it's inside of here. So now I'm gonna go push to open while it's inside of that same spot, and it opens up itself, see? So now it's supposed to open up itself, and it fills itself out. So now you have it fully filled without having to like really do anything else, which I feel like is great. So now I can take this exact same thing and I can go ahead and put it back up there again, right? I can go ahead and put it right back up there again, right back through that same exact hole spot as before. Wiggle it in there, don't force it too hard. Excuse me. Put this around it as I pull it down, just like so. Tighten that, and I'm gonna show you guys how you tighten it. And now you pull this little piece right here so that way it stays right on top of there, and you can see the screen, all good. Wrap this bad boy wherever so that way he's out of the way, and there you go. Now you're ready to shoot. So now this is what it looks like for your clients, and then for you as the photographer, this is what's gonna look like over here. So now when you're shooting, it's gonna just be bang, bang, bang. And now you grab your reflector. So the reflector that I'm using today is a DIY reflector that I made from Dollar Tree. I made a tutorial on that. If you guys haven't seen that tutorial already, go and watch that tutorial. I made 2 of them. So I made one right here, which is from Dollar Tree. Then I have another one that I made out of wood, right? So this one right here from Dollar Tree, I can go ahead and lay right in front of my subject, just like so. Like lean it up against the little C-stand part, so that way it bounces. So when it hits, it bounces up. If you're gonna be using more of, let's say, the flooring, and you're gonna let some of this actually be seen, like I'm not gonna be letting any of this, the carpet be seen, let's like zoom out more, then you want to lean it up against something else. So maybe you have a, like, you know, one of these like boxes right here, or you have a beauty dish or something like that, you can lean it up against. So I would say one of these little boxes, take it like this, lean it up against it just like so. So now you have that to be able to use also as a piece of reflection as well. Or if you have a beauty dish, you can lay it up against your beauty dish. If you don't have one of these, lay it just like that. Same exact vibe you're gonna get. So now any light that spills is gonna hit this and it's gonna bounce up and it's gonna get all those undertone shadows out of their face. All right, so yeah, let me know down below if you guys wanna know anything else, what else you guys wanna learn. It's Vlogmas currently, so I'm dropping videos every single day. I will see you guys tomorrow and I will see you in the Discord. All the links will be down below. Until next time, Taxi.
There's the cookies. Be right back. I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it.